afternoon and welcome. First, we'd like everybody to stand for the presentation of our colors by the Westhill JROTC and the singing of our national anthem by the Westhill Chorus.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon and welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to the class of 2022's graduation from Westhill High School. Please be seated. My name is Nicole Veach.
And I'm Maria DeAngelis.
And we have the pleasure today of being your mistresses of ceremony, as well as the class advisors for the class of 2022.
You made it.
First to the stage, we'd like to welcome the class of 2022's president, Ms. Cassandra Culhane, to address her peers.
Well, oh, that's loud. Class of 2022, in spite of corona, gun violence in schools, and just about anything else you can imagine, we made it. We are graduating. I'm Cassie Culhane, and I'm the Westhill Senior Class President. As my close friends and family can attest, these types of speeches keep me up at night, so please just bear with me for the next few minutes. When I first entered the doors of Westhill as a clueless, nerdy freshman who lacked friends and a social life, I spent my nights studying, and reading. However, thanks to all of you, over the last 4 years, my reality has changed. The Westhill community, and those before me now, taught me about courage, taking risks, and the importance of finding my people. Implementing the skills provided by our teachers, coaches, and administration, I met some of my best friends, people I know I can count on for the rest of my life. I also learned that there's more to a weekend than getting myself a week ahead on homework. Not only did these last 4 years push me out of myself socially, but also academically. My teachers, administrators, and coaches taught me more than I could have ever thought possible. We are not just talking about getting a good AP score or the fact that I finally broke a 30-second run at ski, but real-life knowledge. More importantly, we were taught to ask questions, to not be afraid to speak out about something that impassions us. Our Westhill community has consistency, all led by example, teaching us to fight for what is right while also leading others to join. When it comes to thanks, I have lots to give. First, to my family. I'm so thankful for everyone, including my aunts, uncles, cousins, step-parents, my Dee, and everyone else who supported me. To my 2 family matriarchs, my grandmothers, Grandma Kathy for being the most supportive chauffeur from Connecticut to Cape Cod the last 10 years to fortify my relationship with my father's family. And to Susie for showing me that women can do anything, including working full-time as a jurist in the Bronx Family Court, while never missing a single recital, play, or game. Although very different women, my 2 grandmothers have together provided me with an invaluable foundation, and I'm very proud to be their grandchild. To all my siblings, who not only annoyed me constantly, but who also always had my back and loved me unconditionally. To my dad, whose sensitivity and empathy were boundless, and who taught me that true understanding comes with compassion in addition to intellect. And to my mom, who consistently demonstrated by example what a strong, hardworking woman can accomplish. My mom never gave me any idea that I couldn't do whatever I wanted to do or be whomever I wanted to be. Both my parents have inspired me more in these last 17 years than I could have ever imagined. Second, I want to thank all Westhill teachers and coaches who spent uncountable hours educating us these past 4 years. COVID did not make this an easy task. Our administrators who made sure our school was not only a safe space and a foundation for learning, but also always running smoothly. Specifically, I need to point out Principal Rinaldi and Vice Principal Obis. Our unsung heroes, I want to give my most heartfelt thanks to our security guards, custodians, bus drivers, cafeteria team, and everyone else who put their heart and soul into positively impacting our last 4 years at Westhill. Finally, within student government, I would like to thank Ms. DeAngelis, Ms. Veach, and all my fellow officers and student gov members. Can you all please stand to be properly recognized? It is also important to recognize those seniors who are with us today in spirit only. I would like to acknowledge the Viking floral arrangement honoring Daniel Pico Cardenas, Tatiana Guilame, Jordan Martinez, and Kendall Smith. May their memory always be a blessing. The Westhill community has done an outstanding job these last 4 years, teaching us and honing both our academic and social skill sets. Now it is up to us to take this knowledge and use it to achieve our future goals. We have all learned to never be a sheep. Society will often tell you what you can and cannot do, but very often these rules and expectations will hold you back. Now that you are out of high school, there's no one to tell you what to do. You don't have to do anything, which means you can do anything. So choose your own path. Have faith in yourself, the person next to you, and the people of the world. Westhill class of 2022, we're graduating.
Please help me welcome our elected faculty speaker, Ms. Kaylin English.
You got this. You got this.
Hello, everyone. As we're thanking people who have gotten us here, I just want to wave to my mom and dad. I know they're watching the live stream. So I'm glad to see you're all on time for once. I know your attention spans are pretty short these days, so I'm going to keep this brief, like a TikTok video. I just want to take a moment to thank Miss DeAngelis, Miss Veach, and the senior class for bestowing this wonderful opportunity on me. I have decided to give my speech through a song because most of you know me as the crazy lady that is always singing. And I'm just kidding. I would not do that to your friends and family. I have been thinking about this speech and what I would say every day since I found out that I was a graduation speaker. I knew that I definitely couldn't come up here and wing it because I think most of you have heard what happens when I try making announcements by winging it. I either sing a song and forget the words, or I make an extremely awkward comment and end the announcement abruptly and then quickly run away. I thought about making the speech funny and lighthearted, and I could talk about the day that I convinced my connection time that our time together was a major part of their grade and counted towards graduation, and how they must do everything I said. Then we went to the 600s hallway and played Ding Dong Ditch and ran through the school as fast as we possibly could. But I've decided to go on the more serious route and use this time for deep reflection of your education. I'm completely kidding again. I have so much to say about this class, mostly because you are my favorite in my 7 years of teaching. You did not, woo! You did not receive the same high school experience as most kids. It was March of your sophomore year when we all thought that we'd only be gone for 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks turned into a few months. Finally, we were able to see each other in September of 2020, your junior year. What I remember the most that first day back to school was even though you all had masks on, I could still see those great, big, beautiful smiles on your faces. You were so grateful to be back at school and back to your teachers providing the information for you instead of you having to research it on your own. All the wonderful parts of school had been changed. Sports were different in the fall, clubs met through Google Meet, friends were separated by blue and green days, but none of that mattered to your grade. The more I thought about it, I realized that I rarely heard negative complaints or comments from any of you, which can only mean two things. Either you're all extremely positive, or I desperately need to get my ears cleaned. Your senior year brought some difficult times with the loss of 4 amazing young people, Daniel, Kendall, Jordan, and Tati, who are proudly watching over all of you right now. But you are fighters, and were resilient in the face of adversity. And that is one of the most important character traits you can take with you on your next journey. Whether that journey takes you near or far, college or career, always remember the foundation that Westhill gave you. But most importantly, the last piece of advice that I can give you is that in this game that we call life, attendance will matter. Thank you. Queen English signing off.
Okay, let's give a Westhill welcome to our keynote speakers, Tori and Roscoe Brown, the creators of Connecticut's very own lifestyle brand, the 203.
Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start by saying thank you to the faculty and staff for allowing me the great privilege of speaking to all of you today. I would also like to offer a congratulatory applause for the family and friends of the graduates, in addition to the Westhill High School graduating class of 2022. I am humbled to have the opportunity to share a few words with you, which I hope provoke some thought. Graduates, today each of you have one thing in common. It is undeniable that with graduation comes the beginning and the end of a chapter. While I can't claim to know for sure, but one thing that my friends who do read books tell me is that even when a chapter ends, you can open it up and revisit the parts you enjoyed the most. Following this metaphor, I would like to tell you a story about how I came to stand before all of you today. Like all of you, I graduated from high school not sure if my plans for the future were too ambitious or not ambitious enough. While I certainly won't tell you how long ago I graduated, I will tell you that with time to reflect, I have come to realize that the ambitions I had were right where they needed to be. At the time, I never would have imagined that I would start my own business, but in 2014, that's what I found myself doing. My business, The 203, is a Connecticut blog and apparel brand which strives to connect our community and allow a means to represent home state pride. During its launch, I was both scared and excited, proud of my decision to take a chance and insecure that it meant moving back in with my parents and working several jobs to support a dream which so many believed was bound to fail. So many sought to reject my ambitions before considering that behind the concept was a human just like them. Today, I don't want to talk about the many, I want to talk about the few who might not have seen my ambitions as likely to succeed, but saw my intentions as worth exploring. My point is that the old saying, "it takes a village," is not a saying or a cliche for me. It is a truth that I have lived firsthand. The few, the teachers, parents, friends, and neighbors. Mr. Klein from my junior year, who helped with our business in the early stages. Amanda Platt and Emily Pignatello, longtime friends who helped us develop creative strategies, brand logos, and late-night brainstorming sessions. Our mom, Lynn, who spent countless hours, folding, counting, and scrubbing stains off of shirts when we didn't have $1 to spare on damaged goods, taking away from our profit margins. Even strangers with hearts large enough to consider providing us with just a moment of humility during uncertain times played as large a role as many in the early days of the brand.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tori. So for the latter portion of the speech, I wanted to talk more about those initial experiences we had with our customers. Through these experiences, we found that it's really important to listen and be respectful to all. But at the end of the day, it's up to us to decide what we want to take forward with us on this journey. For every customer that rejected our dreams, we appreciated the advice, and we learned to appreciate it in the ways that it helped us spot trends that we could control and find ways that we could improve. The few were the customers we actually lent on to build the business. They were the people that we would use to better understand our achievable customer. There's no doubt that each of us will be faced with circumstances which tempt us to stray from our moral compass. Individuals whose actions lead us tempted to label them as less worthy of our kindness. Today, as you mark an end to this chapter, I'd encourage you to revisit those who lifted you to this point. You don't need to bring with you the burdens of those who sought to hold you back, but leave your mind open to learn from the actions of those around you. And please know that empathy is not a benchmark, but it's a moving target. You won't hit this target all of the time. That would be an unreasonable goal. So long as you're constantly working towards hitting it more frequently, you are right where you need to be. When you leave here today, you're a class which experienced high school during unprecedented times. Each of you faced your own adversities in ways no one can truly understand but you. Those challenges may leave you wondering if you're ending this chapter in the right way. You are. Those challenges might leave you anxious about what this means in the ways you're going to start your next chapter. Anxiety will remind us of the hurdles. It'll remind us of the challenges ahead. It'll even remind us of the work that still needs to be done. But that's okay, because if there's one thing I'd hope you leave here remembering from my words, it's that wherever you are at this pivotal point, you are right where you need to be. You've all accomplished something truly remarkable. Take what will propel you forward with you and leave behind what will not. Most of all, please take this moment to feel pride in yourselves and hug your loved ones that certainly share that pride with you. I'd of course like to end by expressing my sincerest congratulations to you all, the Westhill High School class of 2022. Thank you so much.
And now a few words from our principal, Mr. Mike Rinaldi.
Are you all ready? Are you ready? For real? Okay. Thank you for fixing, what is this called again? My hood. Thank you. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge and thank our Associate Superintendent responsible for Westhill High School, Dr. Fernandez, for being here today, as well as board members. I need to turn around in case someone else showed up. Mr. Duplay, Ms. Burke, and Ms. Hammond for being here. Thank you. Welcome, bienvenidos, and bonsoir. My name is Michael Rinaldi, and I am the very proud and very grateful principal of Westhill High School. Before I begin this afternoon, I would like to ask our beautiful soon-to-be high school graduates if they would please acknowledge and thank each of their teachers from preschool through 12th grade, as well as their most important teachers, their parents and family members, who all played their indispensable roles year after year, helping them to be right where they are at this moment. Big round of applause for your family and your teachers. Thank you. To the wonderful and incredibly resilient class of 2022. Before you and your family celebrate this wonderful milestone and achievement on this special day, I feel it might be important to reflect a bit more than we normally might on the last 4 years of our lives together, and in particular, your lives as high school students. Way back in September of 2018, when you entered Westhill as freshmen, there is little doubt that your emotions ran the gamut from real excitement and understandable nervousness to the typical uncertainty regarding what experiences lay ahead for you in high school. Like every freshman class that came before you at Westhill, you spent your first year learning your way, making new friends, and finding your place as well as your stride. When you returned as sophomores, no longer the new kids at your high school, you were certainly less nervous and definitely on your way. Then, together slowly first in December, and then very abruptly in mid-March of 2020, we all found out that life had very different plans for us all. Most of the proverbial curveballs and unexpected challenges in our lives have solutions, or at least game plans that help us meet, work with, and overcome momentary obstacles in our paths. However, in this case, not a single one of us, no one here this afternoon, or anywhere on the planet for that matter, had a game plan to deal with a global pandemic. Suddenly removed and isolated from the very familiar surroundings of Westhill, your teachers and your friends, the very normal, quote, teenage angst experienced by so many at your age was now compounded in ways no one could have ever imagined. From that March through August, we were completely cut off from one another, and everything we knew as normal was completely turned on its head. Yet, you all, every single one of you, persevered. When you returned to school as juniors in September, It was either from home alone on your laptop or here at Westhill every other day with a mask on your young faces and at least 6 lonely feet between yourself and everyone else. I will never forget that first day of school when you exited your buses or cars and walked up to the building. I was, of course, so happy to see you, but not being able to see your faces and not being able to share the smile that was under my mask with all of you was surreal and very difficult for me. And let's face it, with very limited, if any, extracurricular activities, and despite your teacher's best efforts, high school, your junior year, was boring at best, if not complete and unadulterated drudgery at worst. Yet, you all, each of you, refused to give in to the legitimate sadness and despair we all were experiencing. You appropriately felt it, to be sure, but you never gave in, and you never gave up. Instead, you endured. When you returned this year as seniors, just as life ever so slowly began to feel somewhat normal once again, the sudden and incredibly tragic loss of your classmates reminded us all how fragile and very precious life is, and how precious all of our lives are. You, of course, did not ask for any of this. However, it is exactly what you got. And yet, you are here on this very beautiful and very special day. So this afternoon, now just moments away from graduating high school, what have you actually learned that will serve you best as you enter young adulthood and begin the next chapter of your lives? I would offer the most critical lessons you've learned over your 4 years at Westhill have very little to do with the important academic achievement your high school diploma verifies you've achieved. I would offer the most critical lessons you have learned are the ones you have learned about yourselves. At your young age, you learned that life, although truly beautiful, is also often unpredictable and can also be very unfair indeed. You learned that even when the inevitable challenges of life seem insurmountable, you have within you the strength to meet each head on, as well as the capacity to overcome them. Did you not also learn, didn't we all learn, that as human beings, we need to be near, work, support, and laugh with one another? Perhaps most importantly, you learned that the cards you're dealt in life are often not the cards you would have chosen, but playing with the hand you are dealt, or in other words, embracing and working with the circumstances of your life, is really the only way to create and experience a life filled with success, happiness, and the love you all very, very much deserve. This is your time, class of 2022, and you are more than ready for it. The unprecedented challenges, the stress, the painful losses you all experienced during your time at Westhill have very literally made you stronger. Without reservation, I will declare this afternoon that the class of 2022, that each and every one of you sitting here today are in many ways more prepared for the realities ahead than many of Westhill's graduating classes that have come before you. If, however, by chance, you should momentarily forget who you truly are and all the incredible and wonderful things that you are capable of, just get up with the sunrise and give me a shout. I will definitely be more than happy to remind you. I love you all. Thank you.
All right, everybody, and the moment you have been waiting for. the presentation of graduates, I would like to welcome Mr. Ayala and Dr. Wax to the podium.
Hold on one second. Let me just pull all back, not to make any chance.
We good?
Yep.
And we're gonna fix your hood.
Thank you. It's gonna
Okay, good.
Shake hands.
I'll do it. You need this? No, I don't get
Love the giant orange cone. Come up here.
Are you handing out covers?
No.
He's
There's a set of
presenting.
covers on that side and this
Oh.
side. I'm the other microphone across. Yep. So I mean, back the judges will come across and hand them a cover, shake his hand. Okay? Grab a... You know. You want to see this from my kids? Nobody likes my kids? So we should split. We should split. Mike, you'll take that piece out what you need to. You got it. Thank you, sir. Robert R. Snell when he started at the beginning of the year. Charlotte Long, Madeline Lapine, Andrew Hicks, Julia Piaschik, Marissa Krevakor, Yulia Kuzmin, Isabella Caracciolo, Gabriella Cognetti, Olivia Conti, Maria Manella, Amanda Smeriglio, Margaret Batten, Tamea Strakova, Cassandra Colhane, Brandon Shapiro, Kayla Frateroli, Audra Hansen, Anna Hansen, Kate Glatzhofer, Colton Glatzhofer. Manar Degouge, Romana Afros, Sophia Aquino, Rhea Wadwa, Zara Williamson, Christy Blomqvist, Christina Contreras, Surovi Das, Michael Edwards, Connor Sullivan, Jake Benner, Nicholas Montanez, Anupriya Lula, Jada Brown, Kyer Green, William Duran Garcia, Robert James Chan, Rohan Patel, John Kulis, Annika Tandon. Emily Kaczynski, Jana Capola, Jeffrey D'Ambrosio, Silvio Bucuzzi, Henry Figueroa, Peter Zach, Gavin Stops, Arjun Batra, Arjun Anand, Rohan Suryawanshi, Naveen Ponusami, Andrew Choi, Aryan Donakena, Jason Bush, Isaac Malcolm, Greg Ledbedev, Brandon Moniz, Wayne Johnson Jr., Richard Augustin, Christopher Renee.
David Carranza, Arjun Ahuja, Pedro Alvarez, Jesse Aparicio, Jadelyn Sofia Orellana, John Andrade, Christian Alvarez, Felix Aguilar, Ryan Basil, Lawrence Argueta, Ashton Banquet, Michael Salatino, Giovanni Ruiz, Joseph Berisha, David Wheelis, Luca Manginelli, Matt Bologna, Stephen Jagosinski, Stephen Catalan, Estuardo Diaz,
Douglas Barahona, Madison Brianna Coleman, Anthony Berganza, Luke Cannon, Marvins Blanc, Zyla Bullock, Chris Benegas, Xavier Cueva, Lucas Giantamides, John Chapman, Ahad Sabir, Brian Carias, Jesse Cardenas, Julia Hickey, Lucia Vigo Pigueras, Marcos Chacon, Robert L. Dearzen, Gerline Lantigua, Munadas Mohammed Hussein.
Alexis Cruz, Stephanie Ayala, Franklin Perez, Rashid Chauhan, Mohammed Muhib Ullah, Keon Coleman. Matthew Carvalho. Michaela Gerliacci. Janaya Ba. Seth Cordero. Carlos Kawesh. Eduardo Hernandez Estrada. Carla Shalan Venegas. Hector Espinoza Bastidas. Javier Chavarria. Ludvin Menendez Vieira. James Dizan. Jeffrey Martinez. Jayla Smith. Walker Desir.
Justin Rosales. Carlos Escobar. Samuel Engel. Ryan Ellis. Jordan J. Estrella. Eric A. Estrada. Miles Leslie. Aaron Eben.
Well done, brother.
Xavier Elliott. Max Williams. Sebastian Lazo. Brian Gabars. Felix Adelise. Jaden Francis. Anderson Graham. Christian Helens. Freylen Aquino Rojas. Luis Garcia Rodas. Raybert Gonzalez Garza. Brandon Lopez Lopez.
Dylan Gonzalez. Damon Harper. Patrick Garrido. Jonathan Tello. Rose Graziosi. Nick Graziosi. Javon Gothi. Noah Shaw. Angelina Solotka. Javon Green. Luis Najarro. Luis Gonzalez. Eduardo Hernandez. Marlon Gonzalez. Adrian Palacios. Justin Gonzalez. Wyatt Lissack. Christopher Gattuso. Nazar Hrihorkiv. Emmanuel Pariente.
Jordan Napolitano. Amar Rustemovich. Iron Herrera. Haley Baluch. Bailey Patrizzi. Michael Jourdain. Ryan Johnson. Josue Jean. David Jahaj. Aiden Morgan. Zachary Young. Oh. Get that cover. Stay right there. Adam Israel. Jason Jean Felix. Angel Uchupaya. John Clem. Catherine Abbott. Moydin Kathawala. Good job, Mo. Victor Torazintel. Santiago Martinez. Christian Juarez. That's what it was.
Ardiol Castrati. Eric Ukamaj. Adrian Koziuk. Mikhail Sherwood. Jove Luna. Zachary Santiago. Axel Oliva. Samuel Leone. Franklin Melendrez. Saul Lima. Johan Paulino. Jonathan Leva. Joseph Giambalvo. Justin Luders. Lily Svek. Kevin Laba. Matthew Santos. Sergio Montufar. Alejandro Lopez Gonzalez. Sergio Limas.
Daniel Mineta. Eli Pardo. Santiago Lozano. David Mejia. Sandy Robles. Osvaldo Melo. Craig Ottaviano. Mateo Mastrogiacomo. Natalie Bacon. Matthew Lopez. Michael Montaleza. Joshua Leducer. Daniel Marroquin, Jamal Mahmoud, Kimberly O'Brien, Christian Mateo Perez, Dylan Smith, Patrick McHugh, Bruno Nunez.
Aiden Skrinsky, Justin Morhunsky, Dylan Ordonez Lopez, Arnold Soto Padilla, Kevin Rios, Rodolfo Orellana, Brian Smith, Robert Oken, Alex Ochoa, Luis Robolino, Trevor Perkins, Emily Salas, Ian Rodriguez, Sean Perry, Yvonne Peralta, Ryan Kenny, William Chesney, Declan Martin, Samantha Nieves, Braden Rubin,
Michael Rodriguez, Ariana Sosa Vila. Well done. Well done, well done. Taden Thorpe, Aiden Stevenson, Ilya Hernandez, Kevin Rodriguez, Dominic Rochabrun, Valerie Rochabrun, Jared Santiago, Kobe Rubin, Luciel Richiger, Nathan Suchu, Minor Villanueva, Daniel Suskal, Cecilia Sepp, Edin Sepp, Jose Rubayos, Heiser Ortiz, Elijah Williams, Keithon Sapp.
Austin Tovar, Natalia St. James, Corey Vento, Andrew Zapata, Mark Valarezo Jacome, Axel Velasquez Aguiar, Carly Clark, Johnny Tornis, Johnny Slade, William Giron, Nazir Thornton, Jason Slade, Rachel Lucero, Junior Zambrano, Jason Ramirez Garcia, Jake Villanueva, Lucinda Ramos, Farjana Akhtar, Eileen Monteroso, Marilyn Barahona,
Linda Cristal Argueta Games, Sherlyn Michelle Catalan Aguilar, Kylie Sofia Argudo, Maria Carolina de Leon, Dahlia Hope Adams, Isis Maradiaga Castro, Debbie Alcantara Sepulveda, Pamela Sepulveda, Glendy Sarah Aguilar, Iris Ramirez Trigueros, Begum Sumaya Amin, Ashley Escobar, Manal Amrani, Sofia Gonzalez, Brianna Andujar, Deborah Lyra, Bianca Adonis, Fatima Santos, Sofia Aguirre, Nicole Savage.
Olivia Bachman, Annabelle Raz, Stephanie Perez, Kendi Bravo, Brianna Bates, Imani Bradshaw, Emma Burston, Alyssa Morse, Tanya Cardona, Sanaya Mills, Litzy Torres, Indira Bejarano, Caitlin Brennan, Olivia Chikilo, Jordan Pinto, Alini Kohaya, Leonie Colgrave, Courtney Hale, Jocelyn Carrera. Jacqueline Sandoval. Nora Rodas. Janeth Marlene Cervantes Perez. Valentina Cuartas Ordóñez. Sydney Coleman. Melissa Cabrera. Meredith DiGiacomo. Cassandra Forbes. Francesca Contreras. Velvet Lodge. Zoe Curry. Diana Latona. Eleanor Donahue. Melina Tarzia. Tanya Melado Cuevas. Alejandra Valentina Castillo. Kenise Kohal. Naraya Dyson. Nikki Economides. Mackenzie Lewis. Kayla Escobar. Jakaya Morse. Judith Martinez. Sophia El Kababri. Sarah Rohan. Sarah Eisenstein. Estefania Figueroa. Sierra Wood. Tatiana Fernandez. Nicole Samaniego. Isabella Mendoza. Jenny Guzman. Isabella Gamir. Skyla Ingram. Jacqueline Godoy. Darlene Lopez Balcarcel. Aaliyah Nieves. Yesenia Gerfard. Noel Giordano. Rebecca Macy. Mia Gonzalez. Casey Thompson. Michaela Scarrid. Madison Goldstein. Meadow Gilchrist. Dylan Hartnett. Maria Celeste Mariah Rodriguez. Allison Salas. Bernice Alexandra Giron. Merlin Vega Dominguez. Kirsten Hallinan. Cheyenne Giordamo. Valerie Serrano. Ashley Wacho. Daniela Isaguer. Lubia Sandoval. Emma Romaine. Milena Judge. Mamie Spordone. Bridget Jameson. Julia Lombardi. Jordan Jansen.
Jennifer McKernan. Kylie Kurtz. Chanel Rivera. Brooke Kupek. Sadie Yule. Riley Kinahan. Serena Milicu. Martina Caba. Naima Kaiser. Anita Castrati. Julissa Ramos. Kayla Molina. Natalie Lara. Darlene Lopez. Anastasia Vladimirenko. Christina Marinyuk. Camila Miranda. Sarah Miranda Gomez. Gratzel Nathea Soto.
Alyssa Joya. Gabrielle E. Pines. Sharon Medina. Yamil Paredes. Nelly Morales. Marissa Kubatashvili. Jessica Lasley. Hanin Abo Nokta. Ruthie Price. Charlie Schwartz. Abigail Tuller. Jillian Phillips. Beverly Perez. Gabriela Quispe. Alejandra Perez Marin. Rachel Sandoval. Jos Marie Ramos. Arona Schwartz. Lila Rabati. Christina Cooney.
Marilyn Bermeo Lara. Monica Perez Lopez. Jacqueline Perez Lopez. Lisbeth Zepeda Flores. Amanda Wainwright. Cara Siglimpaglia. Rebecca C. Vilsant. Mariam Salah. Nayeli Oriana. Simone Simmons. Jorlemi Olguin. Janai Santos. Yarlin Yelena Oriana. Samantha Beyonce Rosales. Jacqueline Daniela Espinosa. Maria Ochoa. Anissa Felicia Richardson. Shanika Ziamara Allen. Shirley Hannah Renato. Reagan Kiera Hinton.
Kylie Rosario. Onika White. Stephanie Puma. Daniela Zuniga. Melissa Music. Julia Stefanowitz. Lady Ashley Torshin. Kayleese Turner. Emily Ramirez Jimenez. Ginger Royster. Daniela Affam. Brianna Levine. Nathan Pineda. Andres Barasco. Amaya Roberts. Brooke Mora. Junior Juarez. Delmi Zacharias. Jonathan Maldonado. Anthony Robinson.
Kayshawn Manning. DeAndre Ikebunam. Irvin Montiel. Luis Rodriguez. Daniel Segal. Rafael Juarez. Roldan De La Cruz. Margaret Perez. Cameron Fleury.
And now we have a musical selection from the Westhill Chorus.
Thank you. Okay, before that final big moment you've all been waiting for, we would be remiss if we did not honor 4 members of the class of 2022 who are no longer with us: Daniel Pico, Kendall Smith, Tatiana Guillerme, and Jordan Martinez. Miss Obis, thank you. Miss Obis is presenting the diplomas to their families. Okay, and now the moment you've been waiting for. And you know what to do. I don't think we rehearse it. You know what you do once I finally say the final words, right? Okay. So get ready. This is the energy. Okay, get ready, get ready. You know, don't take it off yet. Just calm down. All right, here we go. Get ready. Cassie, you'll be fine. Here we go. All right. Shh. No, sit down. Sit down. I went too far. I went too far. Here we go. Having met the requirements of the Stanford Board of Education and the state of Connecticut, I now proudly confirm Westhill High School graduating class of 2022. There it is. Very nice. Very nice. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.